In recent weeks, concerns have swelled as cases of bird flu have been confirmed in both poultry and humans across America. The situation is critical. Thus, today we'll embark on an exploratory journey about the avian influenza. We'll touch upon its definition, its mode of transmission, and most importantly, its prevention. Avian influenza, colloquially known as bird flu, is an infectious viral disease predominantly affecting birds, especially the poultry kind, like chickens and turkeys. But don't be fooled by its name. While it primarily targets birds, on rare instances, it can affect humans as well. The virus can be transmitted in various ways. It can occur through direct contact with birds infected by the virus or through their droppings. It's not just the birds or their droppings that act as carriers of the disease, though. The virus can also latch onto different surfaces and materials, thereby contaminating them. Careful, even a feather blown by the wind may carry this dangerous virus. While most strains of avian influenza are confined to birds, there are exceptions. Let's discuss one such strain, the H5N1. This strain has been known to cross the species barrier and affect humans. Once it enters the human body, it can lead to serious health complications. In severe cases, it can even turn fatal. While the situation is grave, there's no need to panic. We'll guide you through some preventive measures you can take to safeguard yourself and your dear ones. Some, such as the H5N1 strain, can occasionally infect humans, leading to severe illness and even death. Avian influenza can spread rapidly among bird populations, especially in commercial poultry farms, where birds are kept in close quarters. This is a viral disease that predominantly affects birds, but it can also jump to humans through various transmission routes. There are different types of avian influenza, some more harmful than others, but all of them can spread quickly and cause devastating outbreaks. It is particularly prevalent in commercial poultry farms, which provide the perfect breeding ground for the virus. The birds here are kept in close quarters, allowing the virus to easily pass from one bird to another. This results in the rapid spread of the disease, causing a significant threat to poultry industry and potentially human health. Wild migratory birds are often carriers of the avian influenza virus. They carry the virus from one location to another, as traverse vast distances during their migratory patterns. As they travel, they could potentially spread the virus to bird populations in various locations, increasing the risk of outbreaks. Humans can become infected with avian influenza through different ways. The most common route of transmission is through close contact with infected birds or their bodily fluids. This could happen when individuals handle sick birds or when they are exposed to environments that have been contaminated by the virus. Other potential routes of transmission include consuming undercooked poultry meat or eggs from infected birds. Prevention is crucial when dealing with avian influenza. This includes practicing proper hygiene measures, such as regular hand washing and avoiding contact with sick birds. It's also important to thoroughly cook poultry meat and eggs to kill any potential virus. These measures are essential for preventing transmission to humans. While the risk of avian influenza transmission to humans is generally low, it's important to understand the nuances of this disease to appreciate the magnitude of its potential impact. Avian influenza, also known as bird flu, is a viral infection that can affect several species of food-producing birds, such as chickens, turkeys, quails, as well as pet birds and wild birds. Human cases of avian influenza are rare, but when they do occur, they can lead to severe respiratory illness and other complications in those who are infected. There are various methods of transmission of the virus, primarily through close contact with infected birds or their secretions. Those residing in areas where outbreaks have been reported are potentially at risk. More directly, individuals who work closely with birds, such as poultry farmers and veterinarians, are at increased risk of exposure and should take extra precautions to protect themselves. It's worth mentioning that the virus can also spread through contaminated environments. Places like live bird markets or poultry farms are potential hotspots for the virus, especially in regions where biosecurity measures may not be as stringent. Current scientific understanding suggests that properly cooked poultry and eggs from infected birds pose no risk to humans. However, The consumption of undercooked eggs and unpasteurized dairy products from infected birds or cows can pose a risk of infection to humans and should be avoided. This is why ensuring proper cooking methods and maintaining hygiene practices when handling poultry and eggs are crucial. To reduce the risk of avian influenza transmission, it is critical to implement rigorous biosecurity measures on poultry farms and various places where birds are housed. These comprehensive safety measures are designed to curb the adverse effects of avian influenza. These steps extend to regular sanitation and sterilization of such facilities to kill off any potential virus that could cause a health crisis. With the frequent and thorough cleaning, the environment becomes hostile for the virus, reducing the chances of an outbreak significantly. This includes the cleaning of cages, feeding equipment, and other bird accessories. Even the vehicles used in the transport of poultry products need to be cleaned and disinfected regularly. Another important measure to consider is limiting contact between domesticated birds and their wild counterparts. Wild birds could be potential carriers of avian influenza, and their interaction with farm birds could speed up the transmission process. Enclosures should be designed in a manner to prevent wild birds from entering and mixing with farm birds. The implementation of vaccination programs specifically designed for poultry is also an essential step in this battle against avian influenza. Vaccinations help in bolstering the immune system of birds and reduce their susceptibility to the virus. This not only helps in preventing the spread of avian influenza, but also shields bird populations from infection, thus safeguarding the poultry industry. Lastly, human intervention in the form of proper cooking techniques is a crucial part of this process. This includes ensuring all eggs are fully cooked and pasteurizing dairy products, which can help mitigate the risk of human exposure to the virus. Cooked at high temperatures, the virus cannot survive, thus eliminating the possibility of transmission through consumption. In response to outbreaks of avian influenza, public health agencies and agricultural authorities are joining hands to control the virus's dissemination. This involves culling infected birds, imposing movement restrictions, and carrying out surveillance for new cases. They are also organizing educational and outreach campaigns to educate the general public about the avian flu's potential hazards and promote preventive actions. While the ongoing wave of avian influenza is concerning, it's crucial to maintain composure and stay informed. Understanding the risks and adhering protective measures, we can curb the virus's spread, safeguarding human and animal health alike. Stay informed, be proactive, and help us combat this disease. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to stay vigilant against avian influenza.